Welcome back, everyone. I have a easy, simple project for you today, and this was inspired by a channel called Kentucky Crafter, and that's Crafter with a K. She had made these adorable triple pockets, and she made them, for pockets for the inserts, but I thought they kind of look like a bookmark, and she had made this with book pages. So I'm using a normal printer paper today. I never do this, but I had ordered a kit on Etsy, and I can link this one, but it's just these fun printables from my porch prints, is that, I think it is. And I'd seen a few of these on Instagram and stuff, or not Instagram, Pinterest, and I've been meaning to get it, so this is so much fun to work with. And again, because she used book pages, I wanted to use a thinner paper. So if you have magazines, book pages, even scrapbook paper will work, but obviously it's much more thicker. So I just thought it was so cute because it does almost look like a bookmark, right? And you can change the height, width. I'll just show you what I'm using. But this is especially great if you do like Bible journaling, because you can stick this in there and maybe put some notes in your pockets. So there's one pocket here, and there's actually, oh, that's my double one. So it's this one, this, and then you have 3. So you can make 3, you can make 4, you can make 2. And I just think they're just great. And if you're not even doing that, you can do it journaling and put in little notes or tags, whatever you want to do with it. And I just want to say her prints are so beautiful. Look at this. I wanted to show you just because I made it. It was a page print, like a single sheet. Like, let me show you the sizing. So it was basically one of these, and I didn't know that when you print on regular paper with so much ink, it starts to fold. So that's a warning. I would definitely use something just a tiny bit heavier, but like I just used this and trimmed it down and distressed it a little bit, and I made this pretty like library pocket with the vellum. I just thought it came out so cute. Maybe even a perfect way to gift those. All right, so I'm going to be using, and there's no scoring, that's the best part. So my sheets are going to be 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, and I have 3 of them here. So the middle sheet you're not going to see. So I've got 1, so maybe put something you don't fancy or whatever. And then I've got this one. So we've got 3 5 1/4 sheets, and I turn this backwards because if you don't want the back blank, so they're single-sided sheets, and just stack them up. So it's gonna look like that. And then you're just gonna, this is really simple. So you're just going to, let me just fold this down a little bit so you guys can see what's going on here. So we're going to fold this in half, all 3 of them together, so they're all stacked up together. Okay, that's all 3 of them, and now we're going to take this side and just fold it to that score right there. And then we're basically just going to fold it in like this. And this is, I told you, it's so simple and it's brilliant. And what we're going to have here is we're going to seal these down so we have those pockets. So if you want to corner round it, which I do like it because it's not so square, you can do that now. So just warning, because you have all your papers stacked up, you kind of want to just like make sure you grip it pretty good. If that seems like too much for you, like you have shaky hands or, something medical wise, then just skip that part. Because it can be tricky unless you maybe clip it. So I'm just going to take this and glue these. And you see all these little loose papers, like don't even worry about that. It's fine. It will really stick together. It won't come apart. And what I do like about that, and the reason why I thought it would be a good like pocket page too, which is because you're going to have these little holes here, and that's going to make a great like hidden clip for you. And that's what I kind of liked about this little technique here. Okay, and then when you open it, and this is also a great way to make some sort of album, because you have this, and obviously you'd have to bind it, but how cute, you have the pockets there, and then you have these pages. And I just thought of that while I was cutting these or folding these. So let me just do a little notch. You can do it anywhere. So that's just going to be the first one, the second, and third, or second, sorry, there's two. So I'm going to take the first page and just glue it down right here, or try to. This is going to be the second pocket, because we've got one here. Now we've got this, and when you lift it, you're going to have one more. Isn't that fun? And so easy. And like I said, I did try this with the regular scrapbook paper, and it is fine. It's just this part gets really thick. I think doing it with maybe 2 layers is better than doing it with 3 if you're using scrapbook paper. So some of my edges are a little off just because I was playing around on the camera showing you. So I'm gonna, but look, that's so easy. And then of course I did, and not everyone wants to do this, but I am gonna distress a little bit. And I am so sorry, because actually, don't forget, if you distress this here, you wanna do it before you score it, or glue it, I'm sorry, because then you're gonna have a hard time doing this part. And I should have done that. So I'm just going to distress it just a little bit here. I'm just using the vintage ink here. So I want to show you the clip, because I want to show you how easy it just goes in. And you could use any size clip. I'm just taking kind of, this is just a larger one, so you see how you have that little slit there. This is perfect to just slide in there like a hidden clip, kind of like we had done before. And so like that. So you can insert it inside of your journals or whatever you want to put. And I've got just, these are just some of the cutouts from the kit, which are so cute, really creative. And I'm going to borrow some of these things. See if I have any. Oh, and I want to show you. So if you don't have printables, of course, this is just my Temu pad. I took one of the pads and I wanted to show you guys. I just made like a little dangle clip here because I thought it looked pretty. So don't feel the need that you have to go buy some printable. Use your like Temu pads, because that's the perfect thinness. Is that a word? Amount. You've got your pocket in here. I'm just taking some scraps and kind of doing that. And then here's another one. So 1, 2, and 3. So it's really cute. And then you can just obviously decorate. You can put your things here. And also another thing I thought was pretty was maybe, like I had done before in some of the pockets, is maybe add some wax seals. I think they're just gorgeous on here. So this is the 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to do one more with you guys just because I think it's fun. And I know some of you like to see me decorate it. And of course, if you're going to do the, sorry, let me take this out real quick. You're going to do the bookmark. You can use your eyelet. And I don't want to forget that part. So I'm going to use a small one because I'm running out of my larger eyelets actually. So here's that. And someone recently, and I didn't respond, I'm so sorry, I'm behind in my comments and I'm trying to catch up to them, but I don't know what size my eyelets are because I just buy them, but they're like the tinier ones. So these are really tiny. I tend to use these the most, and I got these in Hobby Lobby, so you can see. This, I believe, is like the We Are Memory Keeper side, and these are the smaller ones. Actually, I need the bigger one because I have to fit that ribbon through. So I'm sorry. I'm using a pretty thick ribbon, so I'm going to use my larger eyelet side. And if you're new to eyelet things, make sure this is on the top, or else you can really mess up your eyelet when you're doing that. And I've got my gingham ribbon here, which I got on Amazon, and I always usually list this if I have it. So I'm sure you can find it in your local craft store too. But I feel like you get more bang for your buck on Amazon with the ribbon, because look at how much I have here. That's going to last me forever. Probably quite a few Christmases. I'm just going to probably have this and use this constantly. All right, and voila. So then you could put it inside your little journals or your Bible or whatever, your tour, whatever you're using. All right, so the next one I'll do, let me get some of this out of the way because it's getting messy. I'm just going to use the 5.5 by 5.5, which the 5.5 is this size. Where is it? So this is the 5 1/4, and this is the, is that the 5.5? Oh no, this is 5.5, so you can see the difference. It's just slightly, and this is probably more roomy, and this is probably more if you want like a bookmark. But honestly, if I might even add length to that if I was doing a bookmark, because it is a shorter bookmark. I guess it just depends what you're putting in there. So for this one, I'm just going to use 2 sheets of paper. And you can see here I have 2. And I'm just putting them back to back with each other. So if you don't have 3 things, I feel like my paper's off a little bit. I think I need to cut this. Maybe I forgot to trim that. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cough left. I'm trying so hard not to cough while I'm filming. So kind of just see where you're gonna do it. So I'm going to do mine like this. And I see a little bit of the white on the outer edge, but it's all right because I'm just going to tuck it in anyway. And honestly, I just distress it. So, you know, fold it in half, fold this, and just flip it over, and you'll have it look like that. And don't forget to do your corners now, or else you'll be forever stuck. And there's nothing wrong with the square. And also, do not forget to distress now if you want this edge to be distressed, or else it's gonna ruin your paper. Not that I have experience or anything, right? I do, I have lots. All right, so folding that down. And then since I used 2 sheets of paper, this is just gonna be a double pocket. So it's gonna be in here and in here. But do you see how this would be a cool like booklet if we figure out how to bind it the right way? Maybe even just a few staples, like opening it and then stapling it. So I'm going to put my thumb notch in now before I put it down. I'm gonna glue that. With everyone back on their work schedule, I really feel like I'm flowing again. With everyone home, it's very distracting, isn't it? Especially when your little guy is sick. Because I get a little anxious, I have to say, when he's sick. I think that's any mom, right? You just get this anxious feeling, so it's hard to concentrate on anything you enjoy. But I am an anxious person anyway, so maybe I'm not normal, I don't know. But from experience, I believe that they all get pretty anxious. And if you want to be fun, you can decorate using your punches. I'm going to use the star because you guys know that I'm a seasonal star girl and I like to use them during the holiday. You could even make some little dangle thingies hanging. This can really be dressed up. And it's so simple because we don't have to score. We don't have to do anything. We're just like folding little papers. And I don't really have a lot of vintage books. I'd love to get some, but I don't know. Maybe I need to go thrifting. I'm looking for some vintage ornaments and some vintage books. Okay, let me get this out of the way. And then you could just do something like that. And because this is larger, you can fit a little bit more. You guys might like this height better. I wanted the little one just to make it cute, but I actually do prefer the 5.5 by 5.5. And she just took book pages out. I don't even think there was any measurements with hers. It was just, you know, random. I'm going to show you these cute little tags too that came with this kit. And I didn't punch it. And then, of course, you can just add your little strap on the top, or you can leave it. So, yeah, here they are. These are just so much fun, you guys. I think you'll have a good time doing this because you can literally take your scraps or any paper. And like I said, this is just that fun collection. And you can see, so if you're going to, you know, grab this, I just want to show you some of them so you can see, because it's always nicer to see it rather than, this one's really cute. I don't know what to do with these next, but I'm sure I'll find some fun things to do. And I have the prints so I can use them, you know, for the rest of the season. And then if you want to make this something simple, look, if you're gifting these, just look at how cute this is going to look. If you do like an oversized library pocket. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me.